Mix fam, it's VJ Aussie, and today we have a very special guest joining us all the way from New York. She first stole our hearts at a very young age of 12 with a ukulele and a dream. 9 years later, she's back to make her mark in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace VanderWaal. Grace, welcome to Mix. And to kick off
Hi.
this interview, I want to talk about your latest release, Baby Doll. It's such a bold anthem, showcasing a very playful alter ego. Can you give us a wider perspective, Baby Doll, and what it's all about?
Um, Baby Doll, I wrote about who I become when I've had too much to drink. And um, I wrote it with my good friend Tiffany Stringer. And yeah, that's kind of all. It's a little bit of a shallow song, but yeah.
Right, right. Very straightforward. You've described your current sound as definitely more self-assured, more fearless. How has your creative process or approach to music changed since your early days?
Um, I don't think it's changed much, to be honest. I think that I think the music just follows my mind. So I think it's just matured as I've naturally matured because it's really just a glimpse into my mind. But
Right,
keep it fun, keep it moving. You have to be okay with sounding really embarrassing and probably saying a lot of verses that will never make the song. So, yeah.
right. Absolutely. So, of course, you're not just a singer, you've also tapped into the world of acting and recently starred in Megalopolis alongside Hollywood heavyweights. We're talking Adam Driver, Lawrence Fishburne. These guys are Academy Award nominees. Not to mention, you were also under the direction of Francis Ford Coppola. What was the experience like working with them?
Amazing. I love him. I just love him so much. And just very inspiring. He's just an artist through and through, and it was also a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Yeah.
Was it the first time you did acting?
No, well, to that caliber, yes.
Right, right.
I'd only done two movies with Disney, and so it felt like a different world, but it was much more. It was honestly more enjoyable in my opinion.
More enjoyable.
It was just like very free flowing, follow the vibe, like improv, change the script, which I thought personally was really cool.
Right. Now that you
Yeah.
mentioned that, with both music and acting in your creative arsenal, do you find yourself gravitating towards one more than the other, or are you actually equally passionate about both?
I'm music through and through.
Music.
Yeah. Yeah. Acting can be fun, but it doesn't tap into that feeling in my chest that's like you're doing your passion and music
Right.
does. Yeah.
Right. So you feel like music gravitates towards you on a more personal level.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. So you're hitting the road again, with your Childstar on tour. So cheers to that. But how does it feel to be back on stage after years away from live shows?
Um, I mean, I'll tell you when I'm on stage. I don't know yet. But
Right, right,
um but I'm just really excited. Um and I'm really excited to put together the show, which is something that I actually still need to do more, where it's getting put together very quickly. Um but yeah, I think I'm a really visual person. So I think
right,
it's going to bring an element, um, really bring a dynamic to the songs and the project.
right. We definitely have a lot to look forward to, especially that this is a comeback for you. But I've also learned that you've toured with huge acts like Imagine Dragons, Florence and the Machine. What's something you've learned from those experiences that you want to carry on into your own headlining shows?
To keep it fun, definitely.
Keep it
I
fun.
love touring. I was just talking about this in a writing session actually, and a fellow songwriter was also we were both kind of raving about how we loved horror and how a lot of people hate tour. Oh, there was someone in the room that was like, I hate tour. And the first thing that we said is like, were you friends with your bandmates and crew? And they were like, no. And we were like, that's why. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the more like community and family, the more it feels like summer camp and the more you'll put on great shows and be stronger mentally. Like you won't crash or burn out. Like you have to have outlets of having fun and taking time off, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. But it's also important to remember you've also been under the spotlight at a very young age, 12 years old. You weren't even a teenager at that time. How do you think growing up in the public eye has shaped your artistry, or better yet, your identity?
It was like artistry and then identity. Um, yeah, identity is a loaded question because, we kind of are just like these clay molds of our environment. So, I mean, probably a lot. I don't know what I would be like without that. So it's kind of hard to compare, but I would assume a lot. Um, and for my artistry, I actually think that it was an incredible positive influence on artistry, I think that I probably, if we were to look at a me that didn't grow the same way, probably have advanced much more at a much faster pace because I'm always around people who are really established and have been in this forever. And I was always able to look up to writers and producers and bandmates around me. Um, so yeah, I think it's made me a much, much better artist.
Right. And there you have it, Grace.
Yeah.
It has been such an honor getting to know you, despite our limitations, me being all the way back in the Philippines and you being in New York. But thank you for hanging out with us today. We are so stoked to see what's in store for you. Do you have a message for your fans watching?
Um, can't wait for everyone to hear Childstar. Yeah.
Right. So don't forget to check out Grace's latest music and follow her for all the exciting things coming her way. This has been VJ Aussie, and you're watching Mix, the beat of our culture.